Hi guys, so I wanted to talk a little bit about saving money. Now this is completely different for this channel, but bear with me. So I, along with many other people that I know, live a little bit paycheck to paycheck. A lot of that has to do with my own bad decisions, and I've decided I want to do something about that. So I decided that I was going to follow various different hints and tips that I'm going to share with you guys, and I'm going to do a monthly check-in. And if any of you guys want to join me, please let me know. Comment down below, comment on the kind of update videos, let me know how you're getting on. It'll be really cool to see. So the kind of hints, tips, tricks that I am following and the advice that I am giving to you guys. So first of all, I know I need to change a couple of things about my mindset. I saw a thing online, somebody was talking to older generations about why they think younger generations are in this situation with money. And one of the things they said really hit home with me, and it was about eating out, takeaways, going to restaurants, and all that jazz. So I do this a lot, and it's expensive. And I would often do it to celebrate, for if I just couldn't be bothered, too tired, oh, there's nothing in, I can't bother going to the shops, I'll order something instead. And it got to the stage where I was probably doing this at least twice a week. And that adds up. So what these people said is, to them it was really a treat, and it's became more of a normal everyday thing for younger generations. And I completely agree. I used it far too easily as an option. I would order Domino's and I would be spending about £20 on a pizza, where I could go to the shop and get one to go in the oven for £3. That's a huge difference. And then the other thing that kind of hit me along the same lines is, I'm quite a disorganised person, and I tend not to have stuff in the house for lunches for when I'm at work, and I would just buy stuff in the canteen. Newsflash to myself, that's eating out. So I was basically eating out 5 days a week, and that's not my lifestyle. That's not the kind of budget that I have, where I can eat out 5 times a week and then have takeaways on top of that. So I am getting myself on board with lunches. I used to be good at it, I slip in and out. I've been buying these things called mugshots. They're so easy, they never go out of date. Well, they don't never go out of date, they take ages. And you just chuck them in a mug, chuck in some boiling water, wait 5 minutes, maybe give it a zap in the microwave if it needs a bit of help, and your lunch is there. And I found these in Farm Foods free for £1. So that's 33 pence a lunch. Even if I went to like a supermarket and got like a meal deal, it's like £3 for a juice, a sandwich and a snack, depending on where you go. So that's a huge saving. I do still drink juice. That's another weakness, and it is an area that I spend a lot of money. I recently changed and stopped buying like branded drinks, with the exception of Lucozade, which I'm completely, and I'm ashamed to say, addicted to. One change I have made, however, is bottles this size are £1.45 in my work. Bottles this size are £1 in various shops where I live. So I'm quite happy to bring a massive one in, set it on my desk, just pour it out in the cups as I go instead of buying that, and that's saving me a reasonable amount of money. So it's small changes that you're not actually missing out, but just changing how you do things can have a huge difference. So the other mindset thing that I read, which really again hit home, was it's okay to want more. People talk about saving money, but they always talk about cutting out. They don't talk about ways to get more of it, as if it's somehow wrong to want that. It's not wrong to want that. So if you're really lucky, you work somewhere that you get overtime and you've got the time and the ability to do that. But let's say you don't. I'm going to talk to you about a couple of things that I do to make the money I have go further, or get little bits and pieces back. So mainly I'm going to be talking about cashback websites. These are my favourite things ever. And I'm going to have all the referral links down below for ones that I use, and also survey sites where you get paid to answer some surveys, which you can basically do in the ad breaks while you're sitting watching TV at home. So, you know, that's pretty good. So first up, my favourite is Top Cashback. Now, I've earned over £240, I think, in cashback so far on that website, but I have been with them for quite a while. But there's all sorts on there, from like eBay, all the way up to like car insurance, home insurance, things like that. You can get a refer a friend link once you sign up, and if any of your friends sign up and use a set amount, you get a little bit of a reward for that. It varies throughout the year. The standard is £7.50, but I've seen it go up as high as £20. I've seen it where your friend gets a £5 Amazon gift card, all sorts. It's definitely worth looking at and seeing if any websites you regularly use are on there. For me, Domino's, and Just Eat, and eBay, and Debenhams. Also, we've got Quidco, which is another one. The kind of main difference between Quidco and Top Cashback to me is that on Quidco you can register the last couple of digits on your bank card, and in certain stores you qualify for in-store cashback. Now that's pretty good. That includes Debenhams, which is a big one for me. I'm guessing the majority of people that have found this video from my channel are into makeup. If you're in the UK, Debenhams sells MAC, Urban Decay, Illamasqua, Kat Von D, Too Faced, loads of brands that you probably enjoy buying things from, and you'll be able to get a little bit back off of that, which is always good. I've put my referral link down below. The referral kind of reward for Quidco is once the person that signs up earns their first £5, there's a £10 reward. You can set on a slider how you want to split that reward. I've set it just now so that it splits evenly. So if you guys use the link, once you've earned your first £5, you'll get £5 for nothing, and I'll get £5 for you doing that, which is going to help both of us out on this journey. So there we go. So the most recent one I found is called Inbox Pounds, and it seems really easy. It's more of a survey task related site for earning, but it also has a search function on it. So if you use their search rather than Google or Yahoo, you get a little bit of money. It's tiny, you know, you earn like 2p for doing like 4 searches. But if, for example, you're a student and you're doing research and you're doing searches all day long, it's going to add up, and it's money for something that you do all the time anyway. There's also just things like it sends you emails either to your own email or onto the site. Just by clicking a link in the email, it'll add money to it. So that's pretty easy. Again, if you use my referral link, I get a little bit of what you earn. Not that it's deducted from you, it's just added on. And if you then pass your referral on to friends, you'll get the same thing back to you. So it's worth doing. Even if you find you're slipping out of using it, if enough people have used your referral codes and things, you'll be getting money into it for nothing. Which brings me on to App-like, which is a mobile phone app that pays you for really random things. Now, what happens is you go onto App-like and it tells you what apps are currently like connected with it. And I've had everything from like games, popular ones like Panda Pop and Witch Bubble Blaster, all sorts, to a newspaper app, to a stock exchange app, to something called Hey You, which is loads and loads of box sets. So I'm currently basically getting paid to watch TV as long as I do it through that app, which I'm fine with. So if you're somebody that uses your phone a lot anyway, if you like playing games, sign up to it. If it's something you're already doing anyway, you might get a little bit of money back from it. Again, if you use my referral link, you get 25% of whatever I earn. Again, just kind of like added on top, not taken away from me. So far, I'm almost at £20, so effectively, if I keep going the way I'm going, if you guys sign up and aren't even using the apps, you could end up with £5 just from the fact that I'm using it. It's, you know, to me that's a no-brainer. Oh, the other thing I wanted to mention about inbox pounds actually is one of the things they got me to do was upload a bit of software on my phone that kind of like monitors usage for like research. And by using that, that program itself rewards you, and you can get like Amazon gift cards and things. So that was interesting. I get paid money for doing something that pays me to do money, so it just kind of like keeps falling on. So that to me is pretty good. So other things I think are great to sign up for, and you should look for, that I haven't done but need to. Mystery shopping and mystery dining. So companies will ask you to go out to shops, give them a bit of feedback, go out to restaurants, give them a bit of feedback. Oftentimes they'll give you a budget if it's a restaurant, and you get a little bit of money for doing it, and it gets you out and about, and it gets you shopping when you're meant to be trying to cut down. So shop around is my other kind of bit of advice, and this applies all across the board. So I know I've seen lots of people talking about saving and saying, oh, every time you shop, think, do I need this? And yeah, to a certain extent, you need to think, do I need this? But you can also just get things because you want them and you're not hurting anybody. But the main question for me is, do I need this now? Because if I'm walking through a shop and it's somewhere like Fraser's or Debenhams or anything like that, and there's brands that I know you can get elsewhere, if I wait and go home and look online, I might be able to get it through a cashback website. I might be able to get it just somewhere that has it cheaper. I might be able to get it somewhere that's giving like a free gift with purchase that might be something I'm interested in. So, do you need it now, I think is the better one. Go home, see if you can find a better deal on it. If not, as long as it's within your budget and you're not hurting anybody, nothing wrong with it. I also think you need to shop around for financial products. We'll just call them that as a broad spectrum. So earlier this year, about a month ago, I had a huge problem with my bank. I have an ongoing complaint going through the financial ombudsman, and as a result I was like, I'm finding a new bank account. Not because I thought there was anything wrong with mine. I've been with my bank for about 17, 18 years. But when I started shopping around, I started to realise that they really weren't competitive. So I've now applied for an account that gives me a £250 interest-free overdraft. There's supposedly a £10 charge each month to be qualify for this account, but as long as you're paying your salary into it, that's it. If you pay more than £1,000 in each month, they waive the fee. So that's going to be most people's salary, sorted. They're also giving me a welcome gift of £125 just for changing my bank when I already want to change. So have a look around, there's deals like this everywhere. Next, we're going to talk about the financial thing that is credit cards and debt and loans. So I've got them, some of you guys have them, some of you guys don't. You're lucky. It's awesome. So a little bit of advice about credit cards. I used to work in a bank dealing with credit cards, and for those of you that work in a shop, you probably know the term stock rotation, where you keep the oldest things to the front so that they're sold before they go off. You can do almost credit rotation with your credit card. So what I'm meaning by this is a balance that's freshly onto your card isn't accruing interest the same as one that's been on your card for over a month. So even if you can only afford to pay off your minimum payment, whatever that happens to be, if you pay in more than that but use it for other things, you're keeping that sum out of being something that earns interest. So for example, for me, if I paid in $250 a month, 60 odd of that's going to be my minimum payment. Yes, my credit card is at that bad of a stage. The other amount I will use to pay my council tax, because that money's out of my pocket anyway, but the fact that I've circled it through my credit card means that amount is taken out of earning interest, which is going to help you control things in the long run. Preferably, if you can, shop around and get a loan. You will usually get a loan for a much smaller interest rate than your credit card. Clear the balance and lock it up. And just don't do it. Conversely, or not conversely, alternatively, that's the word. You can also get bank cards, or credit cards I should say. I'm muddling all my words today. You can get a 0% balance interest credit card offer. Big long thing. So basically lots of banks and financial service people offer these, and it's basically them saying, hey, bring your balance from them over to us and we'll give you this period of time where there's no interest, and that's saving you money because you're not paying interest for a period. It means that everything you pay in is actually coming off that lump sum, and if you're really lucky you'll find one long enough that actually lets you clear it without paying any more interest. For example, I've seen ones that have went up as far as 40 months with no interest, which means you know everything you pay off for 40 months is actually clearing your balance. Personally, I'm going to go downstairs and start shopping around for that straight after this video, so that might be the update in next month's video. I'm probably not going to get rid of my credit card altogether because actually my credit card's with Debenhams and I can pay my balance off in store. In store where I earn money because my card is registered with Quidco. So basically I get 2% cash back for everything that I pay off my credit card. So if I get a loan into my bank account and go in and pay off in store, I'll get a nice lump of cash back as well, which is going to be awesome. I should mention when you're looking at bank accounts, have a look at what the interest rates are, what sort of fees if you go into your overdraft, what sort of interest you've got if you do have any savings. The one that I'm looking at that has no interest in the overdraft also awards no interest on balances, but at the moment I don't really have a balance that's sticking around anyway, so that's no big deal. But I'm going to have a separate account for savings that does earn interest, and anything I manage to keep will go over into that and we'll be good. So that is my advice for now. I'm going to leave all my links that I've talked about down below. Please comment, let me know if you're joining me on this challenge that I've set myself. I think my first target, and I'm taking it easy, my first target is to get through the month without being in my overdraft and with my credit card balance either remaining the same or going down. Although if I get a loan to pay that off, that's kind of like a cheat one. But staying out of my overdraft, that's going to be my main one, even though I'm switching to an account that won't charge me for it. C'est la vie. So fingers crossed I do really well. Fingers crossed you guys do really well if you're joining me. My payday is about the 18th of each month, so I think that's kind of where I'm going to aim for putting updates up, because then I know whether I've got to payday without being in my overdraft or being less in my overdraft. And please, it would really help me out if you use my links if you're interested in these services. Once you use them, shout about it over Facebook, get your friends to sign up, and it'll start to mount up for you guys as well. And hopefully by the end of the year we will all have a nice healthy savings account. Maybe we'll have enough to go on a holiday. Yeah, so I will see you guys later. Bye.